What is up, everybody? Caleb, aka Inspector Trash, back with another video. Today I will be talking about my top 5 items that I like to pick up at thrift stores and then resell on eBay. These 5 sell great. A lot of them are super common at pretty much every thrift store. You can find them everywhere, and then you can post them on eBay and they sell almost instantly. Maybe in a couple days. I've had them sell in 10 minutes, but no more than a couple weeks and they'll be out. They sell for amazing profits. Some of them you have to keep a close eye out for, but for the most part, they're all very common and great items to flip and sell. So these are in no particular order, but my number 1 is hats. I have a couple of examples here. Doesn't matter the type of hat. Vintage hats, like this Virginia State Fair snapback. Also like winter hats. Here's the Kansas City Chiefs. If they're vintage sports teams, you have to watch sports teams and kind of look at the comps. Pretty much all vintage hats do great. They are usually shipping first class, so shipping cost is very low. I've sold hats, they usually go anywhere in between $15 to $60, $70. I sold a hat in 5 minutes for $60 that I bought going to a Goodwill that was closing in 10 minutes. Grabbed the hat and then came home, posted it, and in 10 minutes it was gone. That was the fastest $50 I've ever made in my life. Hats are great, and they're at every thrift store. And they're also super cheap. You can usually grab them for about $1, $2, maybe $3 depending on the hat. My number 2 is board games. Now, you may think that like board games are kind of like big and hard to ship or, you know, whatever, but really they're pretty easy. You can usually find most Amazon boxes, like you can usually Amazon boxes that are a little bit bigger. I just throw them in that. We'll maybe wrap them in bubble wrap or a pad, like I put them in a padded flat rate that I have. Let me get one of them. So I have these huge padded flat rates, and I'll just take the board game. This is one I just sold. It was like an LL Bean camp game. It has like backgammon, chess, and checkers. And I'll just take this, put that in here, and then put this in a box, and usually it's pretty good. Maybe a little bit of bubble wrap or plastic or like some plastic bags in there just to, you know, keep it padded, but they're pretty easy to ship. Even for the large ones, I'll just use my scalper if I can get it out, cut up the box and fit it to the shape of the game, and then it only usually takes about 5-10 minutes. You do have to watch the used ones though. You have to make sure that all the pieces are in there, but sometimes I'll count them in the store, or if I don't really feel like it. And like I bought like a couple board games today. They were only like $2.25, and so I was like, I don't really feel like counting them. Then I just counted them in my car, and all the pieces were there. So that's not always the case. I've had where I've bought like 5 or 6 games, and then only 1 or 2 are complete. But the good thing about eBay is if they're not complete, there's eBayers that are always looking for replacement pieces for these games. There's been times where I've had a game that's only been missing a couple of pieces, but I'm like, I could try to thrift it again and then get those pieces from that. Or I could just say, okay, that's fine, break it down, take all those pieces and sell them individually. And I actually make more money from breaking it down and selling the pieces individually as replacements than selling the game as a whole. So you kind of just have to gauge it depending on the game. The best board game I ever found is a Harry Potter Seen It. I'll post the comp right here. I got it. It was like $4, and then I went through it in the store. It was totally complete, scanned it, and it was going for like 70, 80, 90, but that was amazing. And it sold in like a day. Board games are awesome. They're in every single thrift store, and they can bring you some great money. So number 3 is my favorite thing to sell. It is DVD bundles or complete seasons. I'll explain. So in my last video, you saw the Deadliest Catch season 1 that I bought. These sell great, especially when they're new. If they're new, then they sell super fast and really well. But if used, I usually try to get the whole season of a show. For example, I bought this show, 4 seasons, called Ghost Whisperer. Then I looked it up, there's 5 seasons, so I was like, oh, okay, that's easy. Went on eBay. I was missing season 1, so I bought season 1 on eBay. It got backed up like 2 months because of the postal service this winter was crazy. But I just got it, and so now I'll post them as a complete set. And these complete seasons of DVDs of these TV shows, they can go for amazing money. You would think that DVDs, like, no, like nobody uses DVDs. You would be surprised because there's some of these shows that are not on streaming services, and so if you want to watch these shows, the only way you can watch them is literally buy the DVDs. And so these shows, the complete seasons of these shows can go anywhere in between. I really haven't seen any go lower than $40, and they can easily go up to $100 or more, depending on the show. It is insane, and they sell so fast. I sold 2 of these British or just like classic shows, seals. I think I paid $18 for the 2 of them, and then in 1 or 2 days they sold for like $80 or $90. It was insane. The second part of this is that they are so easy to list compared to when I used to list clothes. So hard, but really, I mean, it's not that hard. You can put them in a nice shape, face down or whatever, and then you don't have to take pictures of the CDs. You can just take pictures of the box, all of them together, and then post them. They're so easy, and they bring some really great money. And I love selling complete season DVDs. And again, they're at every thrift store pretty much. And the other thing is, it's really fun. I have a little note on my phone to where I have the seasons, or I'm sorry, the list of shows and seasons that I'm looking for. And so in every thrift store, that's always in the back of my head of, okay, I need to look for this season 2, season 4, and it's kind of like a puzzle or a game. So I really enjoy it. I love selling DVDs, and the best part is they ship media mail, so they ship for super cheap. Like usually, if this was like video games or whatever, this would easily, like, this is probably like £5. This would easily ship for like $8 to $10. And this will probably ship for less than $5. So it is amazing. I love DVDs and highly recommend it. So my number 4 is video games. I love selling video games. They are awesome to sell. They're always at thrift stores, widely available, and you can usually get them for only a couple bucks. I just got these driving back from Asheville. Wii, Kirby, Black Ops, Mario, Captain Toad, Wii U. Pretty much almost every console has games that do very well. So PlayStation 2 games do great, Wii U, obviously any sealed like newer games do really good. You can find them. Nintendo, any of the old Nintendo games, vintage video games do great. The best thing about video games is they sell so fast. They have the UPC code on the back, so you can literally go on the eBay app and scan them and see. So all of these are in between $15 and $20. Give me some pretty great profit. So my number 5 is shoes. Shoes are literally the greatest thing to sell. Luckily for me, my Goodwill, I can guarantee 4 new bins of shoes every morning at my Goodwill, and they always have a great selection there. Nike is pretty much what I look for the most, basically because on the Nike code, I'll show you in a second, but you can type in the code on the tag, and then on eBay they pop right up, and I can see comparables to exactly like what I'm looking at. Also, specialty niche shoes, so like hiking, running, etc. Here's some Nike Air Maxes. Again, Nike does amazing. What's great about Nike is you just look at the tag here, and this little 6-digit or really 9-digit number, you type this in, and then they pop right up, and you can even like check by size of the exact model. They are widely available every thrift store. You can usually pick them up. I will pay up to $20 for the right pair of shoes, because I know that they go so fast, and a lot of people sell the higher value shoes, or like, you know, of the Jordans, of the Yeezys, of the, you know, Adidas, etc. But not a lot of people think about the regular old running shoes or the, you know, regular trainers, and you can easily get $30, $40, $50, $60, $70 for a pair of shoes. This is my shoe selection right here. I love selling shoes. They sell great for me. So thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like this video, comment if you have any questions at all, and I will see y'all in the next video.